Great leaders exhibit 10 elements of leadership consistently. We've talked about communication and we've talked about executive presence. If you need a refresher on those topics, please check out the videos under the Resources tab at the Windstone Partners website. Today we're going to talk about ethics and integrity and a broader way to look at it. Now, a lot of you are probably thinking, boy, this is a waste of a perfectly good video because what does anybody need to tell me about ethics and integrity? Well, I thought the same thing until I was at a performance review a few years ago with my boss. It was early in my career and I was considered a high potential employee. So I assumed my boss was going to give me a few tips on how to take it up a notch, maybe get a few of my accolades, and maybe even get a peek at my new next big job. So it was one of those review processes where 3 meets expectations, 4 exceeds expectations, and 5 greatly exceeds. 2 is doesn't meet, and 1 is doesn't have a clue. So I was looking forward to my review. I was having my review, and I was getting my 5s on how great I was, and quite frankly, I was tolerating a few 4s that he gave me, kind of throwing him a bone that, yeah, sure, I could improve here and there. But when it came to ethics and integrity, he rated me a 3. He rated me a 3. So when he gave me that 3 rating, I just kind of put on the brakes and said, look, boss, I'll take your inputs on where I can improve and how I can be better and that there's always an opportunity to do things in a different way, but I will not tolerate a 3 on ethics and integrity. I feel very strongly about that I carry the values and principles that this company has taught me, and I'm always respectful of humanity. He looked at me and he said, He says, you go to China a lot, don't you? I said, yeah, of course, I'm responsible for the business. He said, have you ever bought a fake Rolex? I said, no. He said, have your people ever bought a fake Rolex that you know about? And I said, yes. He said, did you stop them? Of course, I said, no. And then he went on to say, you know how hard we've been working on stopping counterfeit batteries in Motorola and counterfeit products, and how that erodes the company's performance, and quite frankly, how unethical it is. Yet you're supporting counterfeit products, or at least through your people, in some other area. Does that make sense to you? And by the way, are you teaching any ethics and integrity courses to your group? I made the mistake of limiting the topic to me personally, rather than looking around me and creating a broader culture of ethics and integrity. Ask yourself these questions. Do you teach ethics and integrity? Would you stop behavior that's inconsistent with ethics and integrity? Will your people follow you through a fog? Do they trust you? Do you know that they're looking at you at all times? This is the scope of ethics and integrity that great leaders think about. It goes beyond the self, but rather influencing the culture around you to set the bar higher and higher. Thanks for taking the time to expand your thinking on ethics and integrity. In our next video, we'll be talking about vision and strategic thinking. For more leadership thoughts, subscribe to our YouTube channel, follow us on LinkedIn, or visit our website. Remember, better leaders, better business.